So the stock market looks like it's struggling to start off the week, guys. Check it out. We're about 2 hours into the session right now. It's about 11:30, 11:40 a.m. on the East Coast, and we have all the indexes in the red with the Russell and the Dow leading the losses, each down about 0.9%, and we have the NASDAQ down 0.5%, and we have the S&P 500 down about 0.7%. But the crazy thing is, guys, there's a bunch of stocks out there that still look good chart-wise, and, well, we're going to break down 3 of those in this video. 3 actually that are starting to break out right now. But before we actually dive into the video, if you guys have not gone up to 17 free stocks yet for Moomoo, the sponsor of today's video, each of those stocks being up to $2,000, guys, use that link down below or just go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Once you open up your account and fund it with at least $100, you get a free share of C3AI stock right off the bat, which right now, guys, no joke, let me actually pull it up. The stock is valued at, let me see here, $43, and on top of that, you get 5 more stocks, each up to $2,000, and again, that's just with a $100 deposit, and fund your account with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 16 stocks, and fund it with at least $5,000, guys, on top of all the stocks you already got, 16 stocks, you get another free share of either Tesla or Google stock, guaranteed, guys. No joke, this is the best promo by far. So with a $5,000 deposit, guys, you get a free share of either Tesla or Google, you get a free share of C3AI stock, which is exclusive to this channel, and you get 15 more stocks, each up to $2,000. So if you want to take advantage of this, go down below, and of course, that link helps out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always, and with that being said, cheers. Let's dive into it, starting off quickly here with what the markets are doing. Let me actually take off C3AI stock off here, guys. Let me pull up SPY, which you guys know tracks the S&P 500. This is down 0.75%. Now the Dow's actually almost down 1%, so the markets are actually bleeding even more as I'm making, as this video is progressing, right? So we can see right off the bat here on the 5-day, 5-minute chart, guys, we took out clearly the lows from Friday. You guys can see we hit roughly 439 here at close on SPY, and today we hit $435 per share. So in other words, we dropped another 1% from the lows on Friday, which is not the best sign for the bulls in the very short term. But of course, guys, we all know the bulls are clearly still in charge. I mean, guys, we're still above the lows from Thursday morning, also from Wednesday, Tuesday, you name it. This is just simply a little pullback in the S&P and on Triple Q as well. If I pull this up and show you guys, Triple Q also took the lows out from Friday, which Friday we hit 367.50, and we just hit roughly, let me see, an hour ago, not even, we hit 364. So we did fall about 1.1% from the lows from Friday, but you guys can see clearly we're still above the lows from Thursday morning, Wednesday, Tuesday, you name it. And you guys know, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell you this, that the bulls are still in charge on the 10-day chart, on the 20-day chart, you name it, guys. All we're seeing right now is a little pullback, which, did I not say this literally on my video yesterday? I talked about it over the weekend, maybe once or twice as well. I talked about how Thursdays or Friday, I keep saying Thursday, Friday's sell-off could have been setting up or could be setting up for more downside, at least in the short term. That's what I was saying, and here we are right now. We're seeing that in real time, as now Triple Q's down 0.75%, the Dow's down almost 1%. So it looks like we're starting to get right by the 180 SMA here on the 1-hour chart on Triple Q, which you guys can see, that's going to be a big spot for the bulls. Excuse me, guys. Bulls have to come in here if this trend wants to continue, and time will tell if they do. Around 360, 362 here on Triple Q. And on SPY, let me see here, that would be right around, let's see, 434 to 435, which, guys, we're there right now. We're right by the 180 SMA on the 1-hour chart right now. So this is a very big spot for the bulls, again, on SPY and on Triple Q here on the 20-day charts. Let's see if they do come in, and let's see if this uptrend continues. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Now let's talk about these 3 stocks that are starting to break out. Not anything crazy. Some of these charts still have a lot more work to do. Really, the first one that we're going to cover, but we are starting to see signs of a reversal. Let's dive into that right now, starting off with good old PayPal, which is ticker symbol PYPL. Look, guys, today PayPal in the midst of this red day is up 2.6%, up around $1.75, and now we're starting to break out of the highs from about a week ago, actually more like 2 weeks ago, from the 8th of June, where we hit about 67, 68 bucks. We took that high out, and clearly we're above the highs from last week, a couple weeks ago as well. So in my eyes, based on the 20-day chart here, PayPal is starting to reverse, right? We're above the moving averages. We have a golden cross. Again, like I said, we've taken out the highs from the last couple of weeks. Really good. And if I pull up the 4-hour time frame, guys, now you're starting to see we're breaking out of the moving averages on this time frame as well, pretty much for the first time in a couple of weeks, really about a month and a half at this point. And no, we're not fully breaking out yet. Like I said, guys, this chart still needs a lot of more work on the upside for it to actually start breaking out, but we are seeing the initial signs, right? And the real test, the big test for the bulls on PayPal is going to be when it comes to test this trend line that I just drew out. And mind you, we're still in this downwards channel, and now we're starting to head to the top of that downwards channel. So that's going to be a big spot for this thing to test, or for the bulls, right? Right around 68, 69, 70 bucks, kind of where we are right now, right? If we do fail here, this could be setting up for another dump to the mid-low 60s, maybe back into the 50s. But if bulls are able to break out of 70 bucks on PayPal, we start to get a move past the mid-70s, especially, which I'll show you right now. Let me set my alert first at 70. You guys can see mid-70s, high 70s as well. That was resistance all throughout, this time period right here. If I zoom in a bit, you guys will see all throughout, beginning of March, all to the beginning of May, about a little bit over 2 months, we struggled to break out of 77, 78. So again, if we start breaking above 70, we take out the channel, then we start moving towards the mid-high 70s. That's where the momentum could really start to turn on PayPal. And quite frankly, guys, we still have a ways to go. I mean, this is nowhere near fully breaking out, but again, we're starting to see the initial steps. We're up almost 3% in the midst of a red day. And guys, this stock is so freaking beaten down. It's due for some sort of reversal, longer term run. I'm not saying it's going to go all the way to 300 plus, which is the all-time high. That is a little bit crazy to say right now, but could it run back to 80, 90? Sure, it definitely could. Definitely in the cards for PayPal. So my alerts are set 70. I'll put another one at 75 bucks right now. Let me do that. Mark is at or above. And the next stock here, guys, is Activision Blizzard, which we're not going to get into the whole deal with Microsoft in this video. I just solely want to focus on the charts, which right now you guys can see Activision's down a little bit, about 25 cents on the day, down about 0.25%, but it is breaking out of the moving averages here. You guys see that golden cross. We are seeing that playing out. We're breaking out of the highs from the past couple of days. We're trading at a multi-week high. You guys can see last week was a big one for Activision, right? You guys can see we started breaking back over 80 bucks, 81, 82, which you all can see if I go back to that 4-hour time frame, that was resistance for a decent amount of time in the end of May, heading into the early days of June. So Activision's really starting to break out. And another thing worth mentioning here is if I clear the drawing set, do you guys see 80 bucks was resistance a couple of months ago as well. So even though we're seeing everything playing out with Microsoft, we're not going to get into that in this video. We're still getting this thing to break out above 80, which is huge. And now the next real main resistance that I'm looking at, guys, is mid-80s, right? 84, 85. Maybe we could start making our way back to $87 for all we know, right? So Activision is definitely breaking out, looking pretty good. And the last one for the video, guys, let me know in the comments if you stuck till the end. I appreciate you all. As always, hit that like button if you have not done so already. This is Square, guys, also known as Block, ticker symbol SQ, which is down around 0.8% on the day. Not doing so well on the day today, but it is reversing pretty nicely here on the 4-hour chart. After months of being in a downtrend, you guys can see from the beginning of February, essentially, it was at $90. It went all the way down to $55 just about, a couple weeks ago. That was a drop of around 40%. And during that whole sell-off, pretty much for the majority of it, it was under the moving averages on this time frame. We had a death cross, and now we're starting to break back out. Now we have a golden cross, and right now in real time, guys, we're wrestling with the highs from last week. You guys can see on the week before that where we struggled at about 65, 66, 67. So in my eyes, Square is already breaking out, no doubt, because we just talked about the technicals, right? And for this to break out even more, we have to see a break above, let's say, $68, maybe $70, right? So I'm going to set my alert mark is that we're above $68 per share. And what is this, guys? This is an ascending triangle on Square, right? Which means if we do see a break above $68, we can get that leg up, and this could break out to who knows where. I mean, this thing could catch fire quick. We've seen it do it time and time again. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap up the video. Those are 3 stocks I'm looking at, some thoughts on the market. So if you enjoyed it, hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. And don't forget to get up to 17 free stocks from Moomoo, the sponsor of today's video, guys. Once you open up your account using that link down below and fund it with at least $100, you get a free share of C3AI stock, which right now is $43. And that's exclusive to this channel, guys. You can't get that C3AI stock through anybody else's Moomoo link, right? And on top of that, you get 5 more stocks, again, each up to $2,000, and that's only with a $100 deposit. And if you deposit at least $1,000, guys, you get 10 more stocks on top of all the stocks you already got. And listen to this, guys. Fund your account with at least $5,000 on top of all the stocks you already got. You get another free share of either Google or Tesla stock, guaranteed, guys. I'm telling you, this is the best promo right now, and the clock is ticking. This is limited time, so use that link down below or go to stocksforfest.com/Moomoo. And of course, guys, I appreciate you all as always, because that is an affiliate link, and without you guys helping out the channel, that this channel, it would not be possible. So if you want some free money and you want to help out the channel, use that link down below. And now, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next one.